It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, we made it to the weekend. What's happening, everybody? Showtime! And TGIF, thank God it is a Friday edition of the Geno Show. I'll come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 Central Time. Hello, Chicago. We'll see you next weekend, right? 3:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles, and everybody on the West Coast. A programming note early off the dome, off the top. Next, there'll be live shows on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, it's going to be the best of the Geno Jones Show because we will be in Chicago. Pretty soon, we're going to be doing a show live on location, if you know what I'm saying, live on location. So, once again, tell everybody you know to subscribe to the channel, share this and every episode, please, click that thumbs up, like every episode, binge watch all my back episodes. Please leave your comments in the comment section, and please continue to financially support Black-owned media and my media company, Geno Media. It is so important that we support Black-owned media financially with our views, our clicks, our likes, our comments, and our dollars. So if you would like to, contribute, make a financial contribution, a love offering, bless a brother, bless the show, angel investor, you can Zelle me or Cash App. Zelle is Geno Jones. That's how you spell my Geno. Geno Jones, and then type in my Gmail, my email, which is my Gmail. So it's Geno Jones Show at Gmail. You got that? Geno Jones Show at Gmail. So Zelle, type in Geno Jones, then use my email address, Geno Jones Show at Gmail. You can Cash App, $Dad G Jones. That's all one word. $, capital D, lowercase A-D, capital G, capital J, lowercase O-N-E-S. You got it? You got it. So Friday, Funny Friday, we just do the funny, we have fun, and I have guest co-hosts. Shout out to the original #1 guest co-host, Miss Keila Carson, soon to be Doctor. Yes, Dr. Carson. She is studying for her PhD, her doctorate. So big shout out to Key. Got to give Key a call. So doing a very, very more than credible job. She was the guest co-host about 2 weeks ago, and she was a hit, ladies and gentlemen. So we're bringing her back on the show. There she is. You see her on the screen there, ladies and gentlemen there. I need you to tilt that camera. You got too much headroom. There you go. There you go. Now that's right. That's right. We want to see that $1 million smile. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a colleague of mine. We work for the Charleston Radio Group. She is a jack of all trades. She is a personality, influencer on social media, and just good people, a beautiful spirit, beautiful soul, beautiful sister inside and out. The one and only Miss Christy K. Love in the house.
Hey now.
Well,
Happy
you just
Friday.
you look like a human rainbow over there, girl. I like it. You got all the colors. She got the head, her, and
yes,
then
the green her.
You got the but see, you got the green
Yes.
to go match your hair. And then
Yes.
you got the multi-colors with the sweater.
Cardigan, yes.
You got the little sweater underneath, and then the
Yes.
sweater on top, and then you
Yes.
got
Well, actually, it's a maxi dress, a
Okay.
yellow dress,
Okay.
and a yellow heart. Gotta wear my love. Gotta wear my love.
Okay.
You know. Yeah.
All
Still
right.
got the blue nails. Still rocking my autism
I
awareness.
didn't even. I can see you just a human rainbow over there,
I am.
girl.
Looking like a whole bag of Skittles, a whole bag of dogs.
I love it. You know, just bring the light, bring the joy, protect your peace. I hope you had a good Easter. How was your Easter?
Easter was awesome. I did go to service. It was awesome.
Now, see, Christy is one that would normally, she doesn't. Let's put it this way: they're like two kind of folks that go to church. Now I can speak for our culture. The colonizers, I don't know how y'all do it, but I'm sure, this would apply to them. So you got the regular church folk, And then
Church.
and then you've got the annual and biannual church folk.
Yes.
The ones that
Yes.
show up on Easter Sunday, then the ones that show up maybe New Year's Eve,
Maybe.
and then on Easter Sunday.
Well, see, you got to remember, you got the ones that show up on New Year's Eve and then they go to the juke joint after. They get there, they fellowship with the Lord, and then they go to the juke joint.
Right.
That's
Well,
what
but at
some
least,
people do.
listen, we're not going to, at least they are fellowshipping with
Absolutely.
how you say, with the law. Say that
With
again.
the Lord.
The
It's
Lord.
the Lord.
The
That's
Lord. I like,
Lawd.
that's old school right there. The Lord.
Lord.
The Lord.
Yes. LAWRUHD. The Lord.
The
Yes.
Lord. The
Yes.
Lord. It sounds like my grandmother. I could hear her saying
Yeah.
the Lord. She used to pronounce it that way. The Lord. Don't play with the Lord.
Don't play with the Lord.
But see, I
Don't do it.
don't quite, put that you put that oomph on it. It sounds right coming out of your mouth. It don't sound right. I don't really say it. You got the sauce on it, or the Holy Spirit on it. I guess you should say.
That's what I think.
The
It's
Lord.
anointing. Yeah, it's a little bit of anointing on it. Yes.
you got the Tyler Perry the Tyler Perry
Yes.
Medea vibe on it. You put that Medea
Yes,
vibe.
sir. I feel blessed
The
with a
Lord.
T on the end. Yes, the Lord.
Speaking
Yes.
of the Lord,
Mhm.
so the last time we talked, so Pastor Marvin Sapp
Yes.
had been drugged on social media. Not that he
Oh my
really
goodness.
gave a damn. He said basically he was like, I don't really give a damn.
Yeah.
Because so there was this, and this was like last August, but the video got out. I guess it was a convention, and
Right.
so he was trying to collect some money. And,
Correct.
but he knew that it was being live streamed because he talked about it, y'all watching on social media, and so I guess so he was trying to collect $40,000,
Correct.
and I guess people weren't digging in them pockets fast enough.
Right.
So he got a little impatient and was like,
Love it.
he went into Teddy Pendergrass pimp or die player mode. So because I'm sure that Pastor Marvin Sapp wasn't always a pastor, and shout out, rest in power to his beautiful queen who's up in heaven among the ancestors. This is probably his life before he met his beautiful queen,
Right.
who is now moved on to glory to be
Right.
with the Lord.
The Lord.
The
Yes.
Lord. You got that thing down, girl. You sound just like Tyler. You got that Tyler Perry Medea thing going. The
Mhm.
Lord. Because see, you got the whole body language that go with it too. It's not just the pronunciation. You got the pronunciation and like the body language.
Yes, that's me. That's when the choir getting ready to sing. When they, So the Lord.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You got the whole body. The Lord.
Oh, man.
Representing the Lord was Marvin Sapp, and y'all wasn't giving that money fast enough. So he went into Teddy Pendergrass, closed the door.
Yeah.
Close the door.
Mm-hmm.
I said close the door.
Mm-hmm.
Close the door 4 times. I was just waiting. I for a minute, I was like, did Teddy come back from the grave? Teddy Pendergrass? Did Pastor Sapp resurrect Teddy Pendergrass?
Oh,
Did he come back?
that's
Well, because for a second, if I had closed my eyes, I swear I thought I was listening to Teddy Pendergrass. The only thing he didn't say, "Come here, woman." That was that's the only part he didn't say.
Right.
So many folks like clowned him on social media. So
Yes.
I guess his way of saying F you, he went and made a song, K-Love. I haven't heard it yet. You haven't heard it?
No, this is news to me.
Yeah.
What?
Called Close the Door.
Are you serious right now?
Come on, K-Love.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. That
among
sounds
the anointed in the Lawwoods
Lawwoods.
community. I just knew you heard it.
No. Sometimes I have to detach because you got the saints and you got the ain'ts. So sometimes I'm in the middle.
And then sometimes you can't tell the difference between the two.
Say that
Because
as them young folks will say, clock that. True.
Some of the
You
biggest
can't
hell raisers, not a church folk, get mad if you want to. Some of
Say
the
so.
biggest hell raisers are in the church.
Say so.
Bible study every
Say
Sunday.
so.
That raise the most hell.
True story. True story. No lies detected over here. Bangs, gavel, sustained. Come on.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
You see what I'm saying?
Some folks, you'd be like, what good is going to church and being baptized? How has that worked out for you? Because it don't seem to.
Oh, I
It
don't
seems
know
like
what
you seem like you care, you keep more shit going after being saved than you did before you were saved.
Listen, I am convinced that sometimes when people get dunked, they're supposed to be getting dunked into salvation, right?
Yes.
But some people, I'm like, did they just dunk you in some flaming hot Cheeto sauce or dust? Because what's going on over here? I'm so confused. I know we're not supposed to judge. I know we're not supposed to, but I'm
And
gonna
we're
tell
not
you what,
judging,
I'm
we're making an
confused.
observation. Because you can't help but you see it.
Yes,
And it's not
I'm
just me. So it
confused.
wasn't just a church,
No.
which kind of turned me off from church for a while because the hypocrisy that I saw, I'm
Mhm,
like, well, damn.
mhm. And and it's weird because church hurt is so real,
Yeah.
and a lot of people have fallen away because of exactly how the children of the Lord conduct themselves. Like they don't make people want to know. They don't want to know God. Why? Like why? Like
Speak.
why?
Go ahead, K-Love. Speak on that now. Come on, speak on that. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, I can admit, I too have suffered, church hurt, and it definitely put me in a mindset where I was like, what do I need to go to a building for to be mistreated? For what?
Come on.
You
Come on.
know, I can bash myself. I can do
Right.
that all by
But
myself.
wait,
You know,
wait, Kayla, she said, I can go to work and get that, at least get a check.
Come on, sir. I can still get my little check. But I mean, really, it's sad. It's sad because God is so real, but you would know that by some of the people that claim to represent Him. You would never
Ooh,
know it. You
ooh.
would never know it. And I understand why people are like, I don't believe. I do still consider her a friend. I have a friend who will tell you straight up, she's an atheist. She does not believe, and
Really?
she kind of mocks it, and I do speak to her and love about it occasionally, but I have to leave it alone because I understand why she feels that way. Because some of y'all peoples of God, y'all is out here making the Father look bad. Come on now. Y'all making the Holy Father look bad. Come on. Come on. Out here mistreating people, out here lying on folks, just scheming and doing all kinds of wickedness and then wondering why you got all this hell in your life. It don't work like that. Stop mistreating folks. And you're mistreating the good folks that God gave you. You don't even realize you're mishandling your blessings. You're mishandling your blessings. And
Mm.
then you're wondering why. Wondering why your doggone car done stall out on you. You wondering why all the air out your tire. No, it ain't because somebody slashed you, but guess what? That's happening. Y'all better stop mishandling all these good people God done gave you. We trying to be a blessing to you.
If you getting pissed off right now, already pissed off, maybe the person she
Mm,
talking about is you. Maybe you
mm,
should be pissed at yourself now. If
mm,
once again, it's Jean Jones, who I'm named after my grandmother. She said,
mm.
Jeannie, tell the truth, shame the devil.
And shame the devil. And some of y'all got more devil in y'all than anything else. I mean, it is Taurus season, horns up, ole. But goodness, come on. Come on. This just don't make no doggone sense now.
So
Wow.
Chrissy got me laughing so hard I'm almost choking. I'm
My
about to drink some
bad.
water.
I'm sorry. Let me
No, no,
act like I
don't. No,
got
no. That's what we do. That's why we call it Funny Friday. So I haven't heard Bishop Sapp's song.
yeah,
Close the
this is my
door.
first time hearing about it.
I guess so. I got to
Mhm.
take. We got to listen to it. I guess because he released it. As a matter of fact, on Good Friday.
Are you serious?
Yes, he released it on Good Friday.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
check that out because now I'm curious.
So I want to see. I want to see the video. That's what I want to see.
I wonder if he did a video. It's funny you mentioned videos because I want videos to make a comeback. I used to love seeing the dramatization of the lyrics and whatnot. I miss
Yes,
that.
right. The whole
Yeah,
storyline. Let's see it
the
play out.
whole storyline,
Right.
and when they be crying in the rain, and walking the dog and stuff. I want to see it. I want
Right.
to see it. I'm here for
Or
it.
like
Yeah,
in them Mr. Big songs when he came in and caught his woman when Shantae Moore is his woman,
man,
she with
come
another.
on.
Was that R. Kelly? She was with
Yes, it was.
that.
R. Kelly had on his good dress socks. Yeah, I'm telling you, he had on the stocking dress socks. I was like, ooh, them are some bullshit ass socks. Look at the socks. Yeah.
Mr. Big come in there with his little cane and with
That
everything.
cane, with that cane, them shades, and that ponytail. That
Come
baby
on now.
wasn't playing no game. That baby wasn't playing no game.
Clean as boy to hell. Mr. Big got his suit suited, booted. Like he got his cane, got his sunglasses.
Yes, that baby was
ponytail. What'd you say, ponytail?
Ponytail slicked back. That baby was ready. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Mr. Big. I gotta try to get him back on the show. He was on the show about 2.5 years ago. He was so
I
funny.
bet that was awesome.
It was so funny. I had him cracking up, K-Love.
Really?
I said, Ronald Isley, I said, do you know how many babies that you are responsible for? And
so many.
You could tell he didn't know I was going to ask him that, because he like paused for about a second. He had this look like, and then he said, millions? I said, yes.
That's accurate.
Millions of
I think that's
Isley brother babies got Isley brother babies. So it's Isley brother babies and grandbabies running around.
I was just about to say, and grandbabies, and probably some great grandbabies.
I was gonna say, it might be some Isley brother great grandbabies running around.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, man. When music used to feel so good, it used to, or as I like to say, when music used to hurt so good. Music used to just hurt so good. You know, it was something. It was an experience, a whole experience.
We were just talking about Teddy Pendergrass. Marvin Sapp doing that. Teddy Pendergrass, what the title, Close the Door, because Teddy Close the Door had a whole different vibe. Teddy was like, now listen, you as a woman, you can speak to this, but all the observations that I made, even my mom, she was a huge Teddy fan. Marvin Gaye was like the dude.
Yes.
Marvin Gaye was like the only dude, and my mother's watching now. I know she look at me like, I can't believe you said that, but she can't. So Marvin Gaye was the only man that I saw my mother almost act like a groupie about.
Really?
She loved Marvin Gaye.
I can't be mad at that. Hey, mama, I'm mad at you, girl.
But right behind Marvin Gaye, like if it was like a horse race, if Marvin Gaye this was Marvin, Teddy was right.
Oh, he's right there. Okay.
Teddy was right there. There was a photo finish.
Oh my goodness.
Her and a friend of hers. Her and a female friend of hers went to, because Teddy, and it's like peak, I think it was like right around the 80 or early 80s. He was doing like these for women only concerts. Oh yeah, like women only. Dudes, nope. Women only.
What? You know what? I've seen.
And he was selling out like multiple shows.
I believe it. Oh my God.
Oh, believe it. I'm telling you, because she's watching. If she could come on the show, she would tell you. She went. Her and a friend of her, a lady friend, somebody she knew, they actually went. They both were big fans of Teddy Pendergrass. And
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I've seen videos, because you can, like, I'm sure even right here on YouTube, if you type in Teddy Pendergrass, ladies only concert, he had on like his like wife t-shirt. They eventually start calling them wife beaters, which I don't know why. But the little white t-shirts, kind of like with the tank style.
Yeah,
he had on his like little white t-shirt, and his white pants on. And man, women was throwing
causing problems.
House keys, car keys, hotel keys. Phone numbers, panties, roses, themselves. They was throwing everything up on stage.
Oh my goodness. I know I saw a video, and I used to love watching it all the time, of Marvin Gaye live doing Distant Lover. And when I tell you, I almost lost my natural mind. I was like, oh my God, Marvin, whoa. Like, it is something about hearing all the women screaming and watching women just crying and fanning themselves. And I was like, what is this? This is something new. But I'm going to tell you what, I went to Charleston Jam Fest. I can't remember which year it was. And Tank was on the show. And I came up while he was singing the song, effing with me, because I'm trying to remain safe, so I'm trying to stop using that word, right? I'm trying. It don't always work. I'm human. God still love me, right? But he was singing effing with me, and I promise you, for 2 seconds, I was in a trance. I just because I came walking from backstage as he was singing that song, and I just stood there. And whew, every time I hear that song, I have to repent and pray immediately because it was something serious. I'm gonna tell you what.
It's funny you talk about Marvin Gaye, and I told my mother just posted. She was like, "That Marvin Gaye was my guy." I told her she loves
I
Marvin.
know that's
But
right.
Teddy was, I'm telling you, Teddy was right there. Cause
Yeah.
she was one of in Chicago, and
Uh-huh.
he sold out 2 shows at this venue that holds about 5,000 people. Erie Crown Theater is still in Chicago. Yep,
Wow.
yep,
That's
yep,
awesome. That's
yep.
awesome. Awesome
She
stuff.
said
Yeah.
Teddy, yes, Teddy Pendergrass was also my guy. Yeah, yeah, I know, cause she went and bought them tickets.
I know that's right.
She
I
was at
know
that
that's
lady's only concert with Teddy.
they need to see, and don't they still do like what's the boy? Well, like didn't Tank, Genuine, and Tyrese, didn't they do something
Yeah,
like
they
that?
did something like that, but it
Yeah, I
didn't.
mean, mm-mm.
And it's no shade because Tank is my dude. I've met Tank. I've had him on different shows of mine.
I got my picture with him that
Genuine.
night too.
I've
Yeah,
had him
met
interviewed
him
him.
too.
But they ain't hit like Teddy. Marvin and
No,
Teddy was like next level.
absolutely,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
tell people what Michael Jordan was to basketball, that was Marvin Gaye to music. Marvin Gaye was, and
Yes,
if Marvin was Michael Jordan, Teddy was Kobe.
I agree. I agree. Yes, sir.
That
Yes, sir.
was-
Yes, sir.
even
I
even
like that.
even the players and the thugs, the hard dudes is like Marvin.
Yes.
They was Marvin Gaye and Teddy.
Yes, sir.
They was
Yes,
just
sir.
they were
Yes,
that
sir.
dude. Them two
Yes.
was that dude.
Yes.
So we gotta listen.
So you're talking about, I know I know we were kind of in the frame talking about all the, the male singers. Who are the female singers that the guys groove to? Like the men. Speaking of the men, Gino, like
That's a good
who
one.
do you
Okay, you talking about old school or like in the
either
era,
or?
like let's say maybe the late 70s or
Uh-huh.
80s.
Uh-huh.
That's a good one. Who was the first one
Yeah.
to come to my mind? Because they had so
Yes.
many like girl groups. Like I guess
Yes.
like if you like in your mid 30s, right around 40,
Hmm.
millennial, then
Hmm.
you Beyonce, you probably had that crush.
Hmm.
Janet, now Janet, yes,
Okay. Janet was something
yeah,
serious now.
Janet,
It's still
cause
something
that
serious.
that
Yep.
pleasure principle video, man, them black jeans. She had them
Hmm.
black jeans, the knee pad, and that chair.
Hmm.
That pleasure principle. Yeah, that now that pleasure principle video, even today, still it hit different. It hits
Yes,
different.
sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
so that
Yes,
was a
sir.
good one.
Mhm.
I would say Janet. I don't know about
Now, if you
because I
go
was a
back
kid in the
further,
'70s. I was I hadn't
hmm
quite I was still a kid. You still developing
okay,
and
okay,
you
that's
hitting.
fair.
So,
That's fair.
but I'm trying to think who was the first one, but definitely um, yeah, the first one to come to my mind. I mean, there were some other ones that weren't big, like Pebbles. Everybody thought Pebbles
Pebbles.
was fine. Vanessa
Yes,
Williams. When I,
she was beautiful.
yep. Now when Vanessa, yep,
Hmm.
Vanessa was, and
Yeah.
Mary had like that little street sexy
Yes,
thing. That
that
whole
around the way girl type
yeah, yeah.
vibe.
Boom, you hit the nail right on the head. Yep.
Yeah, she was. I just thought she was so cool because, like, she's beautiful, but she had a swag to her that could not be denied. She gave me that around the way girl vibe. Yes,
Right.
sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And,
Mm-hmm.
and, and Whitney was a beautiful young lady, but
Absolutely.
they tried to market Whitney because it was Clive Davis,
Mm-hmm.
marketing her, having her doing
Mm-hmm.
all these pop sounding ballads. So,
Mm-hmm.
she was getting backlash from like the black community. She got booed. As a matter of fact, I never forget. Like I think it was '88 or '89 at Soul Train. She got booed, and that pissed her off. And then she started doing music with more black producers. The album that had Heartbeat Hotel, because she on that
Yes.
same album she remade the Isley Brothers for the Love of You.
I remember you saying that, and I don't know if I've ever heard
Yeah.
her version.
Oh
I
man,
don't know if I've ever
it's
heard her
the
version,
same
but
album that's got Heartbreak Hotel.
yeah, that's my song.
Heartbreak.
I love
Oh, that's
Heartbreak
my
Hotel.
joint. Man,
Yeah,
with that
man.
album, That was the album when Whitney went black, or that was when, and not went black. That was when the Jersey, the real Whitney,
The
not
Nippy
the
King.
Clive Davis. You know,
Yeah.
we gonna make her a pop diva, and
Right.
she'll marry Kevin Costner. She was like, blank all that. Y'all
Right.
about to see this
Right.
Jersey about to come on. So the one that vibe with Bobby Brown.
Right. Right.
Because you
right.
know, Janet's dad, speaking of Bobby, and because I was just talking about Janet, for a minute, Janet and Bobby was kicking it until her daddy, Joe, intervened, was like, basically, and Bobby Brown has talked about it. You could probably find a video here on YouTube.
Well, listen, I was just about to say, when I saw that depicted in the Bobby Brown movie, I was because that was news to me. I was blown away. And that was a pretty raw scene. Woody McLean, no, he did his doggone thing playing that part. But I never knew that. I never knew that.
Joe Jackson was
wow.
like, no, dude, my daughter don't. She don't run around with no dude like he was like, no.
Wow.
In essence, no, you ain't good enough. And you know what? I can't get mad at him because that would be something. That's actually something I have done probably if you had that. So I can't get. Joe wasn't playing. Joe was not playing.
I mean, Joe wasn't playing with them, so we know Joe ain't about to play with no outsider. He's not about to do that, or he was not about to do that. So you know.
And Joe was old school from Gary, Indiana. He was that old. You didn't want that old man, that old grown man, that old man strength. No, he was one of them. No.
Yes, we ain't want them problems. We ain't want them problems.
No, you didn't want them.
Not at all.
And them old school cats like that. They gonna tell you get one. They gonna tell you one time.
That's your warning, and that one time was your warning. After that, you know.
And then you know when he stand over you, where you bleeding out, he gonna say, "Negro, I told your ass to leave my daughter alone." But I didn't want to do this. You made me do this with your little ass, little hard-headed, disrespectful ass. I told you, little Negro, to leave my daughter alone. But no, you wanted to buck up.
You want to buck, you know.
Right. Well, now lay your ass down.
He did. Yeah, I mean, he bucked and he knocked, and that was that. You know? What do you do? What do you do?
Joe Jackson was one of them. Mr. Jackson, yes, sir, Mr. Jackson. And the best thing you could do, he's one of them old school dudes where you stay out of his way.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
stay out of his way. Don't get on his bad side. Just stay out.
Cool story. Did you see something where they're talking about remaking the Jackson movie again? Did you see something about that? Because I saw that probably a week or so ago.
I wonder who's talking about like producing it, and I wonder who's going to write it and produce it.
That I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't read up on the details of it, which I should have, but I just saw that they had already actually started shooting the remake of the Jacksons movie. And I know I watched.
I've seen that. Is it the Jacksons or Michael? I think it's the Jacksons. Because I forgot. I saw they got somebody they say playing Michael that's supposed to be real good. Okay, I know. Yes. I think it's for Netflix.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Somebody watching, they can let me know. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that'll be interesting to see that, to see I guess an update too, because when Jackson's The American Dream or whatever it was called.
Yeah, I remember that.
Every time that came on, I watched it every time.
They shot a lot of that in Pittsburgh. I was actually in Pittsburgh doing a morning show. It was in the early 90s. And they shot a lot of that in Pittsburgh, especially like the early years, like with the whole Gary scene. A lot of that was Pittsburgh. Yeah.
And you took the words right out of my mouth because I was getting ready to say, so they shot the Gary, Indiana scenes, but in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. That's so different. Yeah. But hey,
at that time, Pittsburgh, they had a significant number. A lot of films. There was a decent number of films being shot in Pittsburgh. It's a beautiful, scenic kind of city. It like sits in a valley and they got like hills kind of all surrounded. It's on the convergence of three rivers. They had a baseball stadium called Three Rivers Stadium. So in downtown Pittsburgh, the Allegheny, Monongahela, and Ohio River, they all converge. right there
wow.
downtown Pittsburgh. Yep.
That must be beautiful to see, though.
It is. It
Oh my
is. It
goodness.
is. Shout out to all my Pittsburgh fam. I loved it. I did radio for 3 years. Man, I had a
Is
lot of
that where you got your
success
start? Is that too where you got your start, or was your start in Chicago?
in Chicago. Yeah.
Okay.
I was in
Okay.
college. I was
Oh,
playing
okay.
semi-pro football. Had a chance to go try out for the Bears.
Um,
My sophomore year, I got a chance to be on the radio in Chicago. I walked away from my football team. I was
really?
starting because the first year I played with him, it was like a tryout. I came and they had people like doing wind sprints, so it's
Uh-huh.
like okay, so they got us doing wind sprints. So I'm like this new
Mhm.
dude, so I guess they wanted to see, all right, what he got, and I'll never forget. So we did these drills where like everybody would just everybody 40, 60 yards, 100 yards,
Uh-huh.
and I like beat everybody. Like
Wow.
they had us do several drills, and I was just kicking everybody. They was like, "Who's this dude?" So I was like, "Man, young, fast, cocky, strong. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing." So that second season, it was because the first season it was semi-pro flag where they had these flags, but we went full
Mhm.
contact the second year, and I was starting because they saw
Okay.
what I could do the first year,
Uh-huh.
and it was an older cat. He didn't come back that following season, so first couple games, I'm scoring touchdowns. I'm out there just like
All
Jerry
right.
Rice back in the day. Couldn't nobody tell me
Okay.
nothing.
Okay.
Man, I got that opportunity. It was a paid internship at a radio station in Chicago. I literally walked away from the team.
Wow. I
Yeah,
just learned something new
yeah,
about you. As long as we've been around each other, I just learned something. I
sure
never
did.
knew that.
I sure
Oh,
did.
that is like really that is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool. And you've been doing your thing for all these years. That
So,
is pretty cool.
so K-Love, we gotta address the elephant in the room. Shout
Uh-oh.
out. Let me see. Hey, Siobhan. Shout out to Siobhan. Hey, how you doing? Oh, she said this movie title about Michael. Siobhan Smalls. She
Mhm.
actually listens to my radio show. She said the movie's directed by my man Antoine Fuqua, who directed
Oh,
Training Day.
okay. That's Leela Rashawn's husband. Are they still together?
Oh, that's right. She was married to
Right?
him.
Well,
I
she
don't think.
was, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then she caught him
Okay.
messing around, and it was I
See,
remember
I just
seeing
I'm
stuff
learning
on
all
social
the
media. It got ugly. Yeah, I was like, damn, Twan, I didn't think you was that kind of brother.
No, but she's so beautiful. I
I
think she
know.
is so beautiful.
And some
She,
folks tried to clown her. She still
yes,
looked
they
good
did.
because
She still looks
she
so
picked up a
good.
low weight, because she was
Yes.
thinner like in Harlem Nights when she played
Mhm,
Sunshine, but she's
mhm.
still a beautiful sister.
She's beautiful, and I think she's suffering with something. I can't remember. I don't want to say lupus. It's something that she's suffering with because she addressed it.
Oh,
But
did
yeah,
she?
people.
Okay.
Mhm.
And it could be lupus. I don't remember that, but Siobhan said yeah. It's the movie title is Michael, and
Oh,
Antoine
okay.
Fuqua. Thank you, Siobhan, and thank you
Yes,
for
thank
watching. I know
you.
you're watching. All right, we got to address this elephant in the room, K Love,
Let's do it.
because
Let's
I've
do
been
it.
talking about it. I don't know. I know
Uh-huh.
you've been busy. I don't know how many of the episodes you've been seeing. Shannon
Uh-huh.
Sharpe, Mr. Club Shay Shay, NFL Hall of Famer. The NFL Draft day 2 is tonight. Oh, wow. So last 2 nights I've been talking about it. Now, I don't know the brother's guilt or innocence.
Right.
However, uh, another one of his ex-girlfriends I
Uh-huh.
saw on social media
Uh-huh.
talking about that he was, violent toward her and so I don't
Saw
know.
that earlier. I did see
Come on,
that.
come on. So first of all, violence against women. Now, I know before some people out there say, well, men are victims of domestic violence. I get it. But just
We
stop. We're
understand.
going to stop with this right here. We're not going to do that because the truth is, the facts are, the data is widely available. The vast
Yes.
majority
Yes.
of victims of domestic violence are women who
Mm.
are victims of domestic violence from men. Full
Yes.
stop. Okay?
Yes.
Now we can
Yes.
I'll do a show and have men who were victims. I don't condone domestic
Right.
violence against
At all.
anyone. But the
Right.
vast majority, and y'all know it, so don't play. I'm not tell the truth, shame the devil. And it's
Right.
Friday, so we're not doing that. I have like zero patience. I
No,
have
that's right.
minus patience on a Friday for
Right.
nonsense.
Right.
So if that's the case, then that's a whole nother story,
Right.
Shannon. And you look, your big old cock strong ass, you too big, man, to be putting your hands. You too big to be putting your hands on most men, let alone a woman. So
True.
whatever
True.
whatever issues you got, if that's the case, you need to seek some therapy. But
And
this
you
little
too big to be
new
wearing them tight pants he be wearing. That's what I don't like. You them the pants be tight. He be having, one in each pocket. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say one in each pocket. He need to stop doing that. That's what he needs to stop doing. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty. Gosh, it's embarrassing, as a woman of color to see something like this. And it's not that I'm trying to take it right straight there. However,
no,
comma,
it's Friday, so we can take it
yeah,
wherever it is.
yes,
We don't have to take it anywhere. Just we go wherever it is. We just go. This is where it is, and we gonna state where it is.
yes. I First of all, I think where my confusion comes in is what prompted the first young lady, the 20-year-old OnlyFans
Oh, she's the
alumni.
last one. She's the last one.
She's the last one.
Well, because today we see a story where an ex-girlfriend of his
Okay, that
from a
was the
couple years
ex-woman.
ago. So this must have been the girl that he was messing with before the little. So when they met, she was 19. Shannon, this was in 23.
Wow.
So he was
And he was
54, going on 55. He'll be
that's
57
so ill. That's so
June
gross.
20. I think his birthday is June 26th, somewhere around there, June 25th to June 26th. So I mean, he's gonna be 57. So she was 19, he was 54. It's like, first of all, Shannon, dude,
Right. That part.
Negro,
That part.
really. Now listen, your affinity for playing in the snow, uh, you know, I can hear Dr. Umar
Right.
Johnson. I don't
Right.
always necessarily agree with everything that Dr. Umar is saying.
Right.
And I know y'all say, well, love is love. Yeah, love is love.
Yeah.
In
Love is love.
theory, yes, in theory. But in
Yeah.
reality, we have to we got to own up to some things like we have been conditioned. We as Black Americans, all of us, we've had to look at life and beauty and
Yes.
intelligence through a European lens.
Yes.
They own the media and the magazines, so they got to determine and decide who and what to project in terms of
Yes.
standards of beauty and
Agreed.
intelligence. So
Yes.
we got to just keep it 1,000 K
Yes.
love.
Yes. And I have a problem with that. I
And
have a problem with that.
and there's some
Yes.
folks that have bought into the anti-blackness. This
Uh-huh.
this blacker than me and you. So
Right.
so
Correct.
we'll just set that over there. I don't know what Shannon's case is. Look, I've been around
Right.
enough professional athletes and entertainers, but first of all, let me just state this on the record, and I'm going to be presumptuous. I'm going to speak for the majority of Black men. No, I wouldn't vote it on. I wouldn't anoint it, appoint it, or elect it. But I'm going to take a point of privilege since this is my show, and I've been a Black dude for nearly 6 decades. Well, I was a kid first, and then I grew up, so maybe not.
Right.
So I've been an adult grown man for about close to 4 decades, somewhere right in
Right.
there.
Right.
So the majority, look, Black men, real Black, we love Black women. We love you. We thank God for you. And the truth is, if you pull up the data, 85% of Black men are married to Black women.
Right.
But if you not, listen, I don't have a problem with who you marry,
Right.
or date. But the
Right.
problem comes in to because now we keep tell the truth, shame the devil, K-Love.
Yes.
If I hear you as a man putting down Black women, it's like, hold
Yes.
on, partner.
Yes.
If you want to play in the snow, do that. But you don't have to
Uh-huh.
put down Black women. Now, just
Uh-huh.
because didn't nobody want to date your ass, because when you was little ugly ass, you was a little ugly ass dude, a funny looking dude in high school before
Right.
before your game got real good. and before they figured out that you was gonna be a millionaire, they weren't checking for you
at all.
But you went to college, and then you probably went to one of these PWIs, and these young white girls are smart. They like, look, they like an agent. They know how much. They know the salary cap. They know the signing bonus. So I'm just, I'm speaking of what I know, because I've been. It's an adjacent world, like media personalities, TV, radio, entertainment, sports. It's all because the lines are blurred. So look, I've been around for a minute. So, but Monique was. Cat Williams told him first. Came on his own club, Shay Shay. And Cat was like, listen, man, I'm afraid of white women. Yes, white women can be as beautiful as any other women, but he said you can be the king and the conqueror.
Yeah.
And they'll take your ass down in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
And I'll be damned if this little girl, ain't took his ass down in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Christy. Literally days before this current incident with this young OnlyFans. Now, for you all watching, OnlyFans is like, so think of YouTube, but you have to pay a subscription to become a member to somebody's YouTube, OnlyFans page. And when you go there, you just get to see them live. They live stream whatever. Sometimes they live stream and they, they doing whatever. They be live streaming. They, they little strip act or whatever. Whatever. It's like that.
Yes, it is.
Yes. All right.
Not that I gone on there. I heard.
Shade to strippers need love too. I ain't knocking nobody's hustle. And a lot of times these OnlyFans, they ain't even. At least a lot of the strippers is like pros. They do practice. They work out. Like they got some legitimate skills. Some of y'all just think because you got a nice body, you can just stand around butt ass naked. But listen, it's a sucker born every day. So anyway, so this little young girl, she was like an OnlyFans model. But come on, man, Cat Williams is like,
Cat Williams, and then Monique followed up and let him know too.
Came to conquer. White women to take you down in 2 weeks, Shannon. And then Monique came on because she was like, leave these young girls alone. So that was a man. She didn't even really focus on playing in the snow. She was like, your old ass is too old to be messing with these 20-something-year-old. She said, get you an old broad that can make you some
Elladora. Her name need to be Elladora. That's what you need.
Right.
She will rub your big rusty ass feet. That's what she said. And she will bring you a sip of cognac. She will bring you some hand doggy dog. But no, you don't want that.
Right.
That's not what you want.
And when you get low on energy, after your little what y'all do with your little love making, she said she'll go in the kitchen and make you some eggs and what she say? Eggs and cheese. And some toast with
some apple
butter to get your energy back.
Man, listen, apple butter God created. Apple butter was created in the Garden of Eden.
I never heard about apple butter, K-Love.
Oh, that is some of the best
really
stuff ever. Apple butter is so good.
I didn't know it was like Viagra in jelly form. She was like, it gets your energy.
Yeah, but eggs already. Eggs get you up. That's why them eggs so expensive now, because you can't get them eggs, so you can't fertilize other eggs. That's what the problem is. But it's all right.
You're right. Eggs are so expensive. Even drug dealers are saying, "Man, I ain't selling drugs no more. Shit, I'm gonna start selling eggs." Man, I got the case of eggs, dude. Case of eggs, 2 for $25, man. You want an ounce? You want a you want a kilo? You want a brick?
What you want to do? I got that for you.
Omar and the Wire got a case of eggs in the trunk. He riding around. They got dudes on the corner selling eggs like loose cigarettes. Hey man, I just need one egg, dude. I just one egg. That's all I need, man. Some toast, apple butter. My girl coming over. I just need one egg, dude.
One egg.
Can a brother get an egg on credit?
That's why you're gonna need a credit check to get eggs after a while.
Can I put a case on layaway? Can a brother put some eggs on layaway?
You're gonna have to finance it. You're just gonna have to finance
it. On credit. Go ahead. Just go ahead and write. Give me just write it up, man. I got you. I get paid on the first. Go the brother up.
Too funny. But it's not funny what's going on with Shannon. It's not, because as a sister, we tired of seeing it. But we at the point now when we see the post, we like, hey, what y'all want from the store? I'm about to run to the Circle K. Y'all want to put in on something? We don't have time, because if love who you love, absolutely. But y'all sitting and you don't think. You're not paying attention to the caliber of women you're getting involved with. If you want to play in the snow, by all means, go ahead and play in the snow. But now this baby, you tried to make an offer, she rejected it. This baby, she know what she's doing. And she knows what she's doing.
And she's gonna put out all these tapes where he's talking about choking. I was gonna choke the shit out of you, and she's talking about, I want you to put a big black baby in me. It's like,
that disturbed me. That disturbed my soul. I was like, big.
Your old ass don't need to be having no baby.
No, you don't.
He got a daughter in her 20s. I think he got more than one. I think got a couple. It's like,
I'm sure.
I want you to put a big black baby in me. She talking to you like the slave master's wife. What is this? Yeah. Is this a mandingo or drum?
Listen, I think that baby was like, let me go ahead and role play so I can get some pay. She knew what she was doing. And I can't be mad at her, because that baby said, I'm gonna go ahead and come all the way up off of this. And that's what she's about to do. That's what she's about to do. I mean, if she is lying, then I absolutely hope that she is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, if she is indeed lying. But this baby got some receipts. Now, I know we living in an era of AI, and you can doctor stuff and fabricate it, but I don't think that's what we're dealing with.
We work in radio and TV, so I can kind of tell when something is, that wasn't no AI. That was his voice. And she sounded like she was high or asleep or something.
Or something.
Because she like,
yeah.
Like, I should choke the shit out of you.
I'm sorry. It's not funny. I'm sorry.
You pissed me off what you did to me. She's like, that wouldn't be a good look. He's like, yeah, a big black man choking a little white woman. Shannon. So before this story came out about the second one, K-Love, it was already reported in the media that he was about to get, there was $100 million deal, podcasting deal, waiting for him. I don't know who the company or who was, but he was in line that he had been, we're going to give Shannon Sharpe $100 million deal, podcasting deal.
Wow.
Come on, dude.
Wow.
And she 20, 21, 22, and you going to be 57. Look, and I said, I get it, Shannon, but I don't. I don't know what she did on OnlyFans. I don't know what she did to you, with you.
Right.
I don't know who else was involved. I don't know where her tongue went.
Right.
Or what she did with her tongue or her mouth or her toes or whatever. But there's nothing. There's no level of freaky that's going to have me F up $100 million that's waiting for me with my name on it.
That is so crazy. I mean, like, real talk. I don't care if she stuck a banana in his tailpipe. I don't care what she did. Like, this just don't make no doggone sense.
K-Love, you could have all the strippers at Magic City show up to my house butt-ass naked with money. Unless it was $100 million.
Right.
And they say, you can get this $100 million check, or you can have, like, the entire, all the dancers, exotic dancers at Magic City in Atlanta.
I'm sorry. No, ladies, no thank you.
Y'all look lovely. But I'm about to get this $100 million check. But you know what? I'm a decent guy. So dinner's on me. Once I sign the check, we can go out to dinner.
Yeah.
We good. You ain't got, y'all
Come
ain't
on,
got.
come on, let's go to Wendy's and get this
Right.
4 for 4. Come on,
There's an
let's get
old
this 4.
school dance house song, do rest in power, Jermaine Stewart, who's from Chicago. You don't have to
Yeah.
take your clothes off
What's
to
up?
have fun. That's me.
Yeah.
Wait, no, baby, you ain't got to take your clothes off to have. I signed this $100 million.
Yeah.
I get this $100 million. You ain't got to take your clothes off.
Uh-huh.
Dinner's on me. You know, I buy out the bar. Drinks for all y'all.
Right. Right. Run that tab right here. I got it right here. One check. I got it right here. Yep.
So the lesson. So yesterday I kind of went into before BD, before Damaris. Like I said, I wasn't always married. There was a time where my motto was pimp or die. So old school South Side of Chicago rules.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mess with nobody that didn't have as much to lose as you do.
Wow.
So this OnlyFans, didn't nobody know whoever she was on OnlyFans.
No.
She wasn't breaking no bank on OnlyFans. Didn't nobody know who she was.
No.
She came up after she started messing with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what does that tell you, sir?
Now, just for the record, I'm still in good standing with Damaris. But if she get tired of my ass and leave, trust and believe, if you see me playing in the snow, there's a good chance her name will either be Mackenzie Scott. You know who Mackenzie Scott is, right? Jeff Bezos is ex-wife. So she got to be somewhere between 50 to 100 billion.
Correct.
Because I think she got close to like half of what. So on the low end, she probably worth about 50 billion.
Yeah.
On the low end.
Man,
maybe close, but Orange Chiller messed up the stock market, so she might have been worth 100 billion. So maybe down to 50 billion, not million,
right.
50 billion.
Billion.
But even if it's 25 billion, I'm gonna take one for the team, K-Love.
I know that's right. You better go ahead and take one for the team and then lift your team up. You better go ahead. Come on, bro. Lift your team up. Come on. Yeah.
You understand the assignment.
Come on.
So you defend her brother. She'd be like, I do, Geno. See, look at him. His Damaris, he went and got him. She's like, oh, no, hold on. No. Geno's taking one for the team, girl.
You don't know what he's doing.
Matter of fact, did your nonprofit get like $2 million anonymously?
Yes. Okay. You see what I'm saying, girl? You better go and check your bank account real quick and quit playing. You better go and check it.
Yeah. Right.
Everything's all right.
Did somebody anonymously pay off your student loan debt and your mortgage? I'd be like Prince. Folks don't even know it. I would be hooking folks.
I love that.
That's right. We're gonna buy. Talking about buying the block. We're gonna buy a whole neighborhood. Come on.
Yes.
We're gonna buy our own neighborhood. Move in. Have our own security. See that?
Yes.
That's culture.
That's what it is.
If y'all ain't equally yoked.
Right. At all.
You already making millions. You about to get 100 million, and she a OnlyFans OnlyFans
model.
Now, if somebody would have said Paris, he kicking it with Paris Hilton, I'd have been like, hold on. Paris Hilton, like her family and grandparents and the Hiltons, the Hilton Hotel, that old money. Oh, Shannon.
Correct.
This is you taking one for the team to lift the team up, right?
Lift the team up, come on.
Even sisters, come on. K-Love, she's speaking, and she is authorized on this show to speak for black women. She just said, if that's the situation, the sisters, y'all would have convinced it. Girl, look, he taking one for the team now.
For the team, yeah.
You stand to benefit your business. He may be able to invest.
He taking one for the team. He is building the community. It's all right. It's all right. He is building community. And it's all right.
Right. Yeah.
It's all right.
But
when you doing other foolishness, man, please, we don't even want to know you. We don't even want to know you.
No.
It's just, oh gosh. And I really do. I hate seeing brothers fall into that. I really do. I hate to see that happen. But it does come back to discipline and self-control and what you decide to do. And I mean, I get it. Sometimes, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
That's true.
So I get it.
And
But
but we got to be careful because here in the media, see the media narrative. There are many folks in the media and those that control the media. They're
mhm,
always looking for ways to separate us from each other, to
yeah,
pit us as black
yes,
men and black
yes,
women against each
yes,
other, to
yes,
to to send
yes,
out these false narratives like all
yes,
black men. No, no, no. Just do some homework and you can
right,
see the data.
right,
The majority of
right.
black men and black women marry other black people, just like the majority of white folks marry other white
Yeah,
folks. It's
white folks, yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
the majority of Hispanic folks marry Hispanic folks. So
Hispanic folks, correct,
that
correct,
just they got you have a culture in common, in
right.
language. So come on, but this is America.
Hmm.
It's done a, a insidiously great job of promoting anti-blackness and even
Absolutely.
convincing, unfortunately, a number, not the majority, but still too many
Uh-huh.
of us black folks that buy into the anti-blackness.
Absolutely. Which
Tim
is
Scott,
always so
Candace
crazy.
Owens, now Kanye.
Yeah. Oh,
It's always gonna be you. Always you saw the movie Django. Dude that
yes.
played Sam's character. He played it. Stephen from Django.
Yeah.
Massa. Who that N word?
Right.
Wait, hold on, partner.
Right.
You look in the mirror lately.
Like I was just about to say, did you look in the mirror this morning? What you got going on? What you going through? Right. That part.
So,
That part.
and I see a lot of it on social media, and when I see
Me
it, I'm like,
too.
okay, here we go.
Yeah.
You'll get the
Same.
all black women this and black men. It's like, okay, these are these Russian bots. Somebody in a little basement or their mama's garage over
Yes.
in Moscow or
Right.
somewhere,
And they love
playing,
doing that. They
trying
love
to,
stirring stuff.
the whole divide and conquer. Let's
And to
go ahead
keep
and
it. Yeah. Yeah. And it's sad because on a large scale it's working. I will be so glad when black men and black women can get over that and admit that we need each other and get back to loving each other.
But
We
I
really need to
see
get
it
back.
though, K Love. You don't see. I see it. I see it
I
in my
see it. I
friends,
just
my
wish I saw
family.
more of it. Yeah. I see it. I just want to see more of it.
Oh
I
no, I'm with
just,
you on that. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
yeah. I just feel like sometimes when I'll come across, different things on both timelines, on my, IG or on my Facebook, and I see, the bashing, the bashing that goes on. And you'll see men like there are a lot of men that think all of us women that we don't want to go to Applebee's or Cheesecake Factory. Hey, sir, I'm available. This is a big back to beauty here. I eat anything. You ain't got to take me, anywhere fancy. If you want it, I'll go get. We can go get a 4 for 4. I just would like to get a side of chili with my 4 for 4. Okay, I got two backs. I got a big back. So can I get a 4 for 4 and add some chili? Okay, that's all I'm saying. But there's a lot of men that think that all women want their money. Now, on the flip side of that, I need the dudes that don't have any money to think we want your 12.50 that you got on your cash app. We don't want that. What we gonna do with that? That is not enough for my 4 for 4, add chili, and my coffee. That's not enough. So I need dudes to stop thinking that.
And
There are actually, it's not
well,
like
well,
that.
let me say this, K Love, once again, because we talked about narrative. We can't judge all of our community and culture by the loudest voices on social media
Correct.
because they don't represent the
Correct.
majority of us at all. Because
They
the
don't.
ones of us is not about that nonsense or bullshit, they not on there like that.
Correct.
And
Correct.
you have to understand that
Correct.
there's some folks who ain't us that don't look like us and not
Right.
from our culture,
Right.
posing like they are
Right.
to sow
Yes.
dissension,
Absolutely. So
confusion,
yes, sir.
division. It's so we gotta,
Dissension,
yeah.
division, discord. Absolutely. You are absolutely correct. And I hate that. I hate that for us. And I hate that we can't see through that. I hate it. That's like a lot of times we get caught up in that. I hate that. But I'm gonna tell you what, sometimes when I come across certain posts and I see dudes saying, like I love when I'll see the post world will say men only. what turns you off about women? And then you'll see women all in the comments. And I'm like, lady, this you don't follow directions. Didn't he just say men only? But instead of us going and reading, and now if we commenting on a male's comment, I think that's okay. Y'all can't follow directions, but then getting mad when they don't want to talk to you behind. That you can't do
But that's
that.
why you got to be careful with social media because
Yes,
you got folks is just doing it for the clicks.
yes,
And once again, you got folks that's got stolen somebody's profile
absolutely,
in America or over
absolutely.
in Russia
Overseas, yes,
somewhere,
sir. Yes, sir.
posing like they a black person
Yes.
that ain't black at all.
Ain't right. Ain't got
Somewhere,
a lick
somewhere,
of melanin in their skin.
some
Correct.
in Putin's basement, some damn where. So it's
Right.
that
You're right.
that's out there. But the majority of us, like I said, just the data doesn't lie.
Right.
Just 85%. The last numbers I saw was like 85% of black men who are married to black women. The majority
Yeah.
of white men married to white women. The majority
Right.
of Hispanic. So some of y'all just need to stay off social media because you think
Yeah. It's not
yeah,
for everybody.
yeah.
That's
And like the folks is always with the loudest voices. It's like they looking for clicks or attention. It's like if you
absolutely.
spend as much time getting your shit together
Huh.
instead of
That part.
with these keyboard muscles,
Right.
you might be able to
Right.
find somebody. If you are an incel, involuntary celibate, at some point that's your ass.
Right. Right.
How about getting your shit together? I ain't knocking nobody no game or nothing, but it's
Right.
take a shower, take a
Right.
shave, or if you're gonna have a beard, have it groomed. Put some of the
Right.
little
Do something.
put some
Oil, some
lotion,
beard
yeah,
oil in there.
oil, get some olive oil or whatever. If you can't
Hell,
afford,
get some Crisco. Just do something.
well, I
Put
don't know
some
about the
Crisco in
Crisco
there.
because that might get the get some, but the olive oil, get some, you know,
You know.
yeah, put some
Yeah,
cocoa
I
butter,
agree.
get some cocoa
I
butter,
agree.
yeah, come on.
I absolutely agree. Do
Yeah,
something.
yeah. You may not
Do
have the
something.
money for the expensive grooming products. They got
Right. Right.
your great
Right.
grandparents. They did they naturals. They got some cocoa butter.
Yes.
You'd be surprised with cocoa butter. You burn yourself. Oh, you touched that hot oven. Boy, put some cocoa
Mhm.
butter on that.
Yeah, or they'll tell you put some mustard on it. I learned that. You put some mustard on a burn. It
Really?
actually, yes, mustard. And ironically, I found it out from my late mother when my son burned his face with an iron. He was toddling around and pulled it, and when it was like, she said, put some mustard on him, and I'm freaking out, of course. And sure enough, even at the hospital, they said that the mustard it took the sting out of it and it helped it to heal properly. Couldn't believe it. Mustard.
Well, our
Yes,
grandparents and great grandparents, all those old home remedies, a lot they had to because they couldn't get
yes.
health insurance,
Couldn't.
hospitals. They
Correct.
wouldn't treat black people. Doctors
Right.
wouldn't treat and they couldn't get. They had to. If there was a hospital, it had to be
Right.
like a hospital for blacks only, because the white hospitals wouldn't treat them
Wouldn't treat. Sure
or see
wouldn't.
them. So all them
Right.
old home remedies. My grandmother was a master of all them, but I hadn't heard about the mustard one. My mother
Yeah.
probably did. I may ask her, but I hadn't heard about
Yep.
that.
That's a different one. That's a different one. But I like what you were sharing there, brother. As far as the loudest voices, because I think a lot of people forget that confidence is quiet and security is loud. A lot of people forget that. There's a lot of people they think that if they loud and all rah rah and want to get in your face, that it makes them appear to be. But I need them to understand. No, no, no. When you are secure in who you truly are, you don't have to do all that. It's not necessary because your walk will speak for you. Your walk will speak for you. I don't understand why people don't understand that.
The show's over, y'all. She dropped the mic. K Love, we love you. That's I can't say nothing behind that because she said it all. Like with your loud ass, it's like confidence is just sound like you've been talking to the mirrors, especially the mirrors. It's like
Yeah, people just need to get it.
Allie like dad inside voice. I know you on TV and the radio, but can you It's like a wall of sound. I mean, it's like walking to a wall of sound.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't help it. We can't help it. My daughter gets after me all the time because my voice just naturally carries. But when it comes to the character of who I am, I don't have to do all of that. I'm not about to sit there and tell you, like, if I hear somebody constantly say, I'm the realest person you ever gonna meet, I'm the realest ninja you ever gonna come across. When they start all that, I'm like, that means you are the fakest, most insecure, insincere person that I've ever met. Because if you know all that about yourself, all of that is not necessary.
And
You
that
at
is
this come on, you put on the show.
1,000%. And we drop this. The mic has been dropped. We are ending the show to piggyback on what K Love just said. Shout out to Cory Booker when he gave that marathon 25-hour speech, just protesting the Orange Hitler and all the horrible stuff he's doing. He said, I'm paraphrasing. He said, if you don't tell me how much you love God, show me by, or I'll say, I'm paraphrasing, show me by how you treat people the way that God treated people, like helping the poor.
That part.
So
You can't
don't tell me,
speak a word.
don't tell me how great of a Christian you are. Show me by the way you live your life. And don't tell me how
Absolutely.
much, she said, don't tell me how much you love God unless you can show me how much you love God by how much you love your neighbor. That was
That part. Yes. Yes.
I don't need
Yes.
to hear it. You ain't got to tell me. We'll see it.
Tell me. Show exactly. Exactly. Actions will always speak louder. Always. 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 That's how
K
people
Love, once again, wow, knocked it out the park.
I appreciate you, sir.
Let everybody
Appreciate
know
you.
where they can follow you. Once that is the quote of the week. She said, "Help me out. I don't want to paraphrase
Confidence.
it. Yeah,
Confidence is quiet and security is loud.
Woo-hoo.
Simple as that.
Woo, I know some
Confidence
people
is
that's pissed off
quiet.
right now. You got some folks yelling, cussing you out. But
Yeah,
you're right.
it's all right.
If
It's
if
all right.
if you the one that's yelling and screaming, yeah, she was talking about.
Then I'm talking to you, baby. That's
Th-
all right. The Lord still love you here. The Lord still
You
love
say
you. All
the
right.
Lord.
The Lord. The
Wait,
Lord.
All right, K Love, let everybody know where they can follow you.
If you would like to connect with me, yes, I am your girl K Love, Miss Christy Love, 5'11", Taurus baby. My birthday
Come
coming
on,
up.
y'all. Come on. Come
Miss
on. May
Christy.
Tauruses,
That's
but
Christy
April
with a
Taurus,
K.
so it's Taurus season. So
It's
shout out to
Taurus
our April
season.
Tauruses. My girl Karen Hunter
Yeah.
at Sirius XM Urban View. Her birthday was yesterday.
Oh, happy
So
belated birthday. Yes, yes. But Miss Christy Love, 5'11", on and that's Christy with a K, KRISTIELOVE, 5'11", on IG, and Christy K Love Baxter on Facebook. So I would love to connect with some of you. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
all right, so you got that. So I'm thinking no live show Thursday and Friday. I got to fly to Chicago to take care of some business.
Okay.
And I got a guest on Wednesday. We're doing I've been doing a feature supporting black-owned, spotlight on black-owned businesses. I think I came up with a
Nice.
name. Actually, as a matter of fact, a potential sponsor. She helped me come up with. She triggered a name of a segment that was on. It was on a. It was a segment. It was the name of a segment on a news show, a local news show. It was this legendary black guy, Harry Porterfield, rest in power. And I was started off as intern, phone answerer, and production assistant at the CBS owned and operated station in Chicago in the mid '80s when I was in college. So he had a segment called "Someone You Should Know," and I was like, someone
Oh,
or someone or something you should know. It could be
I
like
like that.
so I said, and she triggered at that just in conversation. I said, oh, yeah, something, because she was telling me about this black-owned insurance company based in Atlanta that she works for. And I was like, I thought it was white-owned. I said, well, these colonizers. She's like, colonizers? This is black-owned. This is one of the, I was like, oh, educate me. I didn't know.
Wow. Okay.
So Courtney, she's been a guest before. She has a couple
Okay.
nonprofits. She'll be a guest on Wednesday. So I'm thinking, K-Love, we'll talk Maybe Tuesday. We may have to do a Tuesday version of Friday show.
Let me
Um,
know.
so yeah, we'll definitely let you know.
I'm
So by then,
definitely
you can we can go make sure we listen to Bishop Sapp's "Close the Door."
definitely. I'm gonna make sure to check that out because that sounds
So I
interesting.
don't know who produced it, but it would be cool if they'd have had like sampled Teddy Pendergrass's "Close the Door, Close
Yeah,
the
that's what
Door."
close
Put that hook in
the
there, like Kendrick Lamar put that Luther song and put that Luther sample
Oh
in
my
it.
gosh, I put that Luther sample in it. That would be kind of hot. I think I would like that. I think
I
I
would
would
be
like
shocked because I don't think the
that.
bishop.
Right.
I don't know, but he
I don't
basically.
know neither.
I didn't see that. I said close the door. I didn't see that side in him, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was something to see, that's for sure. I mean, wow, wow.
K Love, have a great weekend. Thank you.
You're very
Super
welcome.
job as
Thank you.
always. That's my people. K Love, she is so
I
funny.
appreciate you. Thank you. Thank all of y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. Okay. Hey, listen to me, everybody. Let me get out of here. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 Chicago, 3:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles, and everybody on the West Coast. Subscribe, share, screen grab. Be sure to click on the thumbs up, like, binge watch all my back episodes, please. Please, 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 please leave your comments in my comment section. Tell everybody you know to subscribe to my channel. I'm only about 165, I think, new subscribers from becoming a YouTube partner. That means my company will get a monthly check from YouTube. We're going to get that YouTube bag. So spread the word. Tell everybody you know and see and talk to, think about, dream about. Tell them to just go to YouTube, type in Geno Jones Show. That's how, right there, Geno Jones Show. And if you would like to financially support the show, make a financial contribution to support the media company so we can continue to produce great content, compelling content right here on the show and speak truth to power and have a platform for the culture and the community. You can Zelle my media company, or you can Cash App. You can Zelle Geno Jones Show. As a matter of fact, type in Geno Jones Show at Zelle. Oh, no, you don't have to type in Geno Jones Show. Just type in Geno Jones if you go to Zelle, and then type in my email address, which is GenoJonesShow at Gmail. So on Zelle, to Zelle money to the show, to make a contribution, love offering, or whatever, just go to YouTube. I should go to Zelle, and type in Geno Jones, and then type in my email address, Geno Jones Show. Or you can Cash App Dad G Jones. On Cash App is $, got that? $, Dad G Jones. That's $, capital D, lowercase a d, capital G, capital J, lowercase ONES, $, Dad G Jones. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show, the CEO of Designer Cuts. Check him out on Instagram, Kel B Cutting Up. He's here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the show. Check Allie and her Lexi Jones collection out. LX.NCL underscore. LX.NCL underscore. Once again, thanks to K-Love, Miss Christy K-Love Baxter, my guest co-host, doing a fire job. Shout out to Siobhan and everybody else that's watching the show live. Hey, thank you guys so much. I want everybody to have a great weekend. Monday afternoon, early evening, afternoon, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 p.m. Central Time, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. A programming note, a live show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. It'll be the best of the Geno Jones Show, so it's 6:30. You can come to my YouTube channel and pick out your favorite episode or episodes, or binge watch any episodes that you may have missed recently, or just make it a binge watch weekend. All right, but you don't have to wait till 6:30. You can do that anytime you want to, but it'll be the best of on next Thursday and Friday. But we'll have a live show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll see you live right here on my YouTube channel. Once again, spread the word, put a post on social media, do a little video telling them to subscribe to my channel. We got to support Black-owned media and support Geno Media and the Geno Jones Show so we can keep bringing great shows, great guests, compelling content to empower and enlighten and educate and inspire and inform and uplift the culture and the community. We love you. See you Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, or you'll see me. And don't forget, once again, leave your comments in my comment section and make it a Geno Jones Show binge watch weekend. Binge watch all my shows right here on my YouTube channel.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.